Hey YouTube, this is J Money with Falling Forward Financial. Just come across this article, top 10 stocks to watch today. As you can see, this is dated yesterday, but I thought it was still relevant, even though it's a day old. So stocks to watch today: electric giant Tesla. That's one that I'm always watching. Wind and solar energy producer Nextra Energy. I've talked about them once or twice here. Healthcare CVS, talked about them once or twice, as well as Walgreens. Tesla was trending on reports that is trying to cut the cost of batteries using dry coating technology. On the other hand, CVS Health Corporation came into the spotlight after it decided to acquire Signify Health for roughly $8 billion. Many other stocks, including FedEx and Bed Bath & Beyond, I just talked about them a week or so ago. They were trending again, so Bed Bath & Beyond also caught investors' attention this morning. And moving on here, so as you follow my channel, I talk a lot about MJ here on the channel. It's a long-term hold. I just did a video on TLRY. Did one on Sundial last night. But number of hedge fund holders. TLRY is the first on the top 10 stocks to watch today. The company stated in a press release this morning that it has commenced discussions with German regulators regarding the legalization of MJ in the country. TLRY Brands added Germany's Narcotic Drugs Commissioner Burkhard Bleinhardt laid out the strategy surrounding MJ legalization in a recent meeting. Bleinhardt also reaffirmed the government's intention to present the first draft of the bill in the coming months. Referring to the discussions, TLRY brand said it would assist government regulators in the legalization process by sharing its year-long experience in MJ research. Chief Strategy Officer TLRY Brands said in a statement, TLRY Brands has unmatched experience partnering with governments and regulators to help develop responsible MJ legalization that protect the health and safety of the patients and consumers, as well as supporting significant economic growth in countries in which it operates. We applaud the German government in leading responsible adult use MJ legislation in Europe, and we are proud to support the effort. Next is Bed Bath & Beyond. I've talked about them a couple times, just talked about them I believe in the last week as they were trending again. Once again came into the spotlight after the death was declared a suicide. Company's shares dropped over 13% this morning following the news. Arnold recently died after falling from an 18-story on a residential skyscraper located in Manhattan. Death came just after days after Bed Bath & Beyond disclosed its turnaround strategy, which included store closure, job cuts, and new financing. Moving forward, now faces even bigger challenges surrounding its senior management. The company is already searching for a new CEO, so just trouble after trouble for them. Next is Rollins, ticker ROL. Shares of Rollins advanced over 6% this morning after RBC Capital approved the ratings in the consumer and commercial services company sector performed to outperform, so might want to check that one out, ticker ROL. Has a recession, a resilient model, believes the aggressive pricing and strong advertising push will drive company's revenue growth. Last month, asset management company Baron Funds also discussed Rollins Incorporated second quarter 2022 investor. Here's what the firm said, which provides pest and termite control services for residential and commercial customers, contributed to performance. The company has historically raised its prices to offset growth in operating expenses. Next is Lumina, ILMN. Shares rose 5% this morning after the company said it would appeal the EC's latest verdict for barred alumina from buying biotechnology startup Grail. European regulators on Tuesday blocked the deal, saying the acquisition could give alumina a big edge over rivals, besides hampering the ability of its competitors to develop their own cancer detection tests. Latest ruling came nearly a year after Illumina proceeded with the Grail acquisition without the consent of the European Union. Back then, the EU ordered the two companies to function independently until the final decision was made. So like Illumina, Tesla, Nextra Energy, and CVS were also among the top 10 stocks to watch today. Next is Lululemon. They came into the limelight on Tuesday morning after Barclays analyst Adrian raised the price target for the athletic apparel retailer from $4.35 per share to $4.46. I'd have never guessed it was that much. Wow. I used to trade Under Armour and it was in under $10. I don't know what it is now, maybe $20, but overweight rating for Lululemon was moved by the company's Q2 results. Last week, Lululemon delivered impressive financial results for its fiscal second quarter, earned $2.20 per share on an adjusted basis, topping the expectations of $1.87 per share. The next five is Enphase Energy. I just talked about this one actually yesterday. Did a video on them. I used to hold them and sold them way too early. According to the terms of the agreement, this is what I talked about in the video. The Bayer will distribute Enphase Energy inverters and batteries in Germany. Expressed its pleasure over the latest collaboration, saying the installer customers in the region will now have more access to its microinverters and battery systems despite macro headwinds. Enphase Energy shares have performed well so far in the 2022. The stock had jumped nearly 60% on the year-to-date basis. Next is Nextra Energy. I've talked about them once or twice here on the channel. I'll try to link. Sorry for all the ads popping up here. But Nextra from 94 to 99 per share, so good news for them. Next is FedEx. Is the next on the list of the top 5 stocks to watch today. The provider of Express and freight delivery systems received a downgrade from Citi this morning. As a result, the shares slipped 2% in the opening bell on Tuesday. Went from $270 to $225 a share, so it's showing a buy rating. Next is CVS. Talked about them a couple times here. Has decided to acquire Signify Health. Can's transaction valued at roughly $8 billion. CVS 1% in the midday, trading Tuesday following the news. Signify is engaged in providing healthcare services to tens of millions of patients through a network of 10,000 doctors in the United States. CVS Corporation expects to close the deal by the second half of 2023. Number one on the list is Tesla. Came in the limelight this morning following to cut the cost of batteries and its electric vehicles using dry coating technology. And kind of already went over some of that information. But that is the top 10 on the list. So if you have any of those, go ahead and list that in the comments along with your cost basis, any other information you'd like to share. And if you haven't smashed that like button yet, go ahead and hit that for me, as well as subscribing and hit the bell so you're notified of when the next videos drop. Again, this is J Money following Ford Financial. Happy trading, happy investing, stay green. Cheers.